of choice tonight. It is Jerry Garcia night at the Coliseum. It's the A's and the Orioles, the first of the Orioles with the best record in the American League at 74-47 will lead off Adley.
Taking on just the third game for the left-hander in a green and gold uniform. Remember, his first time out was...
Look at the A's defense, brought to you by your Bay Area GMC dealers. The A's go with Soderstrom, Gill. All kinds of fun to watch so far. And we're underway on this Friday night.
Well, I tell you, steps that way, I'm coming with you.
Fighting the sun, stays with it, and there's one out.
Already starting to direct traffic. Ball hit to Seth Brown, who had to take a few steps.
Many young, exciting players shoots it through the right side.
When credit is due.
Now Anthony Santander bats.
Oh, believe me, Vinny. I want to talk about
and then some so far in 23. As his leg, still a play at first from Soderstrom. Back now, it's a race in, and it's going to drop.
One as you said.
And got him upstairs. Primary leadoff man this year, and it's going to be over Seth Brown. Home, they're going to try and get another one with Mountcastle. Geloff will have this one, and that will conclude the top of crack at it tonight.
Had the first time I took the ball.
Langoliers and Nick Allen rounds it out. Geloff's 29th major league game.
Geloff, one of those dudes.
That one will stay in the park for Austin Hayes.
A group.
GMC dealers for the Birds. They've got O'Hearn, Frazier, Henderson, and Westberg.
Off the glove.
It's up in the left center. Rooker Ace. Martin's going to send him home. Relay. The A's stands in. Is it just me, Dallas? I'm
away.
That the veteran Adam Frazier. Well, to your point, Dallas, is not the ratio you want.
What under his belt, that number will continue to climb, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 plus.
Spots on the infield for the Orioles. He's back of the Orioles in their own division. Just shut
the Baltimore Orioles.
He sends one in the gap and cut off by Butler. Cedric Mullins. Just want him to be himself.
Medina, fifth most baseball.
The average as a team, maybe just two, so just proved it. And
hey, I'm gonna need a scout out there in right field. Because whoever
June. Have this one from Santander.
Or we take on these Orioles.
By Baltimore, the A's are hoping to get softly for a base hit for Soderstrom to start the second.
Of reacting by Soderstrom.
A's have seen Gibson. A's has to go back. It's by him, and it's up by Gunderson. Henderson. 12th double rather for Tony Kemp. And now Shea Langoliers. Westberger cross
break up and
around for Lawrence Butler. It's it the other way. With two on.
Pretty good.
Time now for the back. A's got one back. On this front,
he's got a two-strike approach, and did a really nice job staying on the ball and driving it to left.
We've seen
talked about Dallas, quite the young lineups, and see how they'll make the most of these last 40.
The roster looks like. You want to win baseball games. but you also have to prepare about them. They can learn about themselves.
A 1-2-3 inning, it appears, for Luis Medina.
He has quietly got himself back to a place where you haven't.
Off pitch to Rooker. Run, and nobody's going to get it. Dallas with watching RBI double his first time up. And we've said it often.
Blue moon, bright spot. Moon.
And that's hit well again. Jordan Diaz for a second time tonight. Got him on the slider.
Just to give you an
What a play by the second baseman, Frazier.
now at athletics.com/kidsfree.
Now Adam Frazier, who was with the Pirates, been more of a threat this. That's off Soderstrom's glove. It's a fair ball. Westbrook in the Little League World Series, at least the regionals, have tried to get to Williamsport. It is that. And Seth will get to it. And ball that plays the sport. That doesn't say, man, wouldn't it be cool?
Travel ball. And the list really does just go on and on.
Second hit tonight for Rutschman for the third base. Last year in 34 games for Baltimore. Talking with Brandon Hyde, what they know is an immensely talented young player.
Well, it's a difference between the mindset of going.
Got to bring home another run. Frazier is home. Anthony Santander. One better than Marcus Simeon.
Outcast.
And that will end the top of the fourth. Two more innings. Austin Hayes by shooting it past him into the gap in left center.
Pitches are probably more show me.
Well, the rotation isn't that sexy. Those Cardinals. Two ops, and Frazier has it
for us, but we're going to need guys to step up. And I think almost challenge.
Well, the A's saw Rodriguez. 1-2-3 for Gibson.
And as we know, we've talked about it, Muller's.
The loop that'll land between against Dylan Cease and the White Sox. And that was on the 1st of July. We're 5-3-0 at that point.
And we're talking about a guy who, when you look at Kyle Muller,
Moments of success in the first half. Down on strikes. Well, Muller came over to the Athletics looking for Biff Pocoroba. That might have been Ralph Garr sitting there. I mean, one thing that leagues. Usually the very
zone on your TV. See the result. I don't know that he'll issue an.
Inside the bag on the stripe. Run with O'Hearn home.
You got to hold it. Hold tight. Starts to accumulate on the grass. Little bit of a dewy surface.
It's Jordan Diaz for Rutschman.
And I'm not quite sure what that conversation. Let's get outs.
7 at the plate with Rutschman and Henderson. That ends the inning. His last time up.
Accepted. So when you,
well, like you mentioned earlier, we talked about how when he's center, and that's going to get all the way 3 for 3-9 for Orioles pitching. Now base hit. And the second RBI tonight. Orioles, as we mentioned, this is a 3-run, if you will, on what October might hold for the Orioles. Got him away for strike 3. 15 more games left against the American League West. Gets him on the curve.